Hi, this is Brian Eisenhower with therealestatetrainer.com, and I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about seller motivation and how to do what we call a needs analysis to help your clients do what they know they need to do, but don't want to necessarily do to get their home sold. And I think this kind of comes, the difficulty a lot of real estate agents have with this is this terrible feeling about being considered a salesman. And I think oftentimes in real estate, we want to be known as more of a counselor and come from customer service and never be thought of as a salesman, which I think the common understanding of the word salesman is often misunderstood. And they think of a salesman as someone that is trying to manipulate or persuade someone to do what they don't want to do. And that's really not the case, or at least not the way that I look at it. A good salesman, an effective salesman, a respected salesman, is someone that actually can tap into the needs of your client and get them to do what they want to do to get the results they want. Although they may not like the activities that get them there. Much like a personal trainer will get you go to the gym, even though you want the results from going to the gym. You may not like to get up early in the morning and get yourself down there to do it. And a personal trainer, that accountability will actually keep you motivated to do what you know you need to do to get the results you want. And I think if you look at it with a salesperson, when we're actually doing a needs analysis with a client that, let's say, is looking to sell their home, why certain agents are able to get them to take the activities and take the steps to get their home sold, and other agents aren't. And that's usually because they're more effective at tapping into the motivation of the seller and helping the seller realize that they need to make these sacrifices or take these extra steps to get their home sold. So let's take, for example, oftentimes it's with price. A seller doesn't want to reduce their price or list their house at a reasonable enough price to actually get the home sold. And an effective agent will spend a lot of time trying to determine their motivation for selling in the first place. And they do that by asking a lot of questions and not telling so much, is trying to determine why you want to sell. So let's say you got a couple that has grandchildren and they're looking to sell their house so that they can move closer to their kids and spend more time with their grandkids to be a better part to be more part of their life and to help their kids spend more time enjoying their life so they can watch the grandkids, support the grandkids, spoil the grandkids, all those wonderful things. And that would make them happy and enjoy maybe the twilight years of their life as well. However, we're stuck because they want to price their house about $10,000 too high. So for them to get real and get into action, they need to actually reduce that home by 10,000. So we start with a little path that we use, and it's a nice little outline for you to use. And we start with pleasure, pain, we weigh the actions, and then we handle any objections. So pleasure, then pain, then we weigh those actions, and then we move into any objections that need to be handled. So it's really four little simple steps that they need to take. And the first one, we talk with pleasure. So we find out all of those things about why they want to move. We ask questions and help them self-discover how wonderful it would be to move by their grandchildren, to be a part of their life. Get them talking about going to their T-ball games, spending every holiday with them, watching them at night while their kids are able to go out and enjoy a night on the town and the grandparents get to spend time with the grandkids. And it's very important here to tap into a lot of emotion. How would that make them feel? Ask those deep digging questions that help kind of probe so they actually feel that emotion and they actually get in touch while they're making this important decision. They need the motivation to make these tough decisions. So get them actually feeling what it would be like to spend time with their grandkids on a Friday night by themselves. Would that be fun? What would that do for your feeling, for your purpose? How would that make you feel? They're going to say things like happy, satisfied, proud. Um, those types of emotions are very important for them to keep close to their mind when they're making these decisions, to do things they don't necessarily want to do, which is reduce the price of their house by $10,000. And then conversely, once we get through that and we've established and they've recognized through self-discovery how wonderful it would be to move right now, then we want to back in and go to pain. Now, what happened if you couldn't sell your house? What happened if you have to wait a year, 2 years, or 3 years down the road because you want to wait for your home price to come up in value so that it's worth that much? How would that make you feel if you continue to not spend time with your grandkids as they grow older and older and you miss a larger and larger chunk of their formative years? How would it feel to not get that time back. How would that make you feel? And let them start feeling the pain themselves. Let them bring that out. Just asking questions, making sure they go down that path of pain so they understand what happens if they don't do what they need to do. Much like a personal trainer saying, well, why are you tired of being overweight or or in bad health? So we need to get them there too. Then we quickly say, hey, okay, well, I've shown you all the reasons why an appraiser and buyers and any other agent showing your home is going to see that the home is overpriced by $10,000. So I really need you to make a decision here. I need you to weigh that, and we're going to get them into weighing the action versus the inaction. I need to know, since I've got your best interest, I think I have a good idea of why you want to move and what happens if you don't. I need you to kind of weigh this. We're at a point where, and I'll put my hands up just like this and say, either we reduce the price of the house by $10,000 and get the home sold so you can be with your kids and enjoy that satisfaction of life you said, or we roll the dice. And that's an important buzzword here. People don't like to roll the dice. They don't like to take a risk. They don't like to gamble. Or we roll the dice and gamble and risk the chance that you may be in your house for a few years and not get to experience those things now. See, gang, only you can make this decision. I work for you. I have your best interest at heart as your agent. I need you to make these calls. All I can do is put the information in front of you for you to make the decisions, but I need you to do this one. It's up to you. What's more important to you? This $10,000 or getting that time with your family so you can enjoy your life and they can enjoy theirs more. That's got to be your call here, but we are there. If we pick that we're going to worry about the $10,000, that is a risk, and I need you to be aware of that risk. And then if they start asking any other examples like, well, I don't need to sell right now, or we won't give it away, those common objections you hear a lot that really don't have any tangible meaning to them at all. Understand when they're saying those things, they are just in denial. Just like, you know what, it's pretty cold today. I don't want to wake up and go to the gym. Or, you know what, I need my sleep anyway. I want to make sure I get rested. I'll go to the gym tomorrow. Those are kind of meaningless objections that our brain makes up so that we don't have to take immediate painful action. And that also means that if we keep succumbing to those, the results we want get farther and farther away. So when they do say things like that, it's important to address them. And it's like, well, hey, gang, I hear what you're saying, and my job's to look out for your goals and your best interests. And you told me what your goals were. It's to get closer to your family so you can enjoy that high quality of life and be a factor in your grandkids' lives. And I need to know what's more important from you again. Is it not giving your home away, or is it getting more time with the family? Again, you have to weigh those. You have to make these decisions. My job is just to frame the questions for you so that they keep having to face that decision. And reminding them of their motivation is very key. Almost like a coach would, an athlete or a trainer would, someone going to the gym. We don't often like to take the immediate steps to get the results we want. But a good agent will show a patient who's a smoker that they need to take the uncomfortable steps of not buying cigarettes uh, and not smoking to get that healthy life they want down the road. So a really good agent can tap into that, and we do that through what we call a needs analysis. And to me, that's a salesperson. Thanks a lot.